What's up, Tsla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with SPY, Tesla, and the overall markets. I'm also going to break down why Tesla's looking more bullish as we had some big news that just came out. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I'm saying as financial advice. So Cantor Fitzgerald has come out and they've raised their price target for Tesla to $510 per share, studying the cyber cap, the Tesla semi and AI momentum. This is some big news that just came out. Cantor Fitzgerald has boosted their Tesla price target from $355 a share to $510 per share, maintaining an overweight rating over its continued confidence in the company's long-term growth. That is some great news that's come out from different analysts, and they're looking at different multiple programs that are going to help Tesla grow. They're looking at, first off, Tesla's Megapack 3, which is on track for its fiscal 2026 growth. And then simultaneously, the Optimus production lines are looking quite optimistic heading into next year as well. So this is some great news that's come out. And on top of this, they're also talking about the Tesla Semi, which I think is kind of getting overlooked right now by a lot of different investors. And that's some great news, at least thus far. So that is a very, very big piece of news with the AI expansionary plans. We're seeing a lot of positive sentiment right now for Tesla. That's part of why the share price is bouncing. So for now, we now have a larger inverse head and shoulders like target, and this is going to likely help us continue to run at this point. Now, if Tesla hypothetically loses 420, we could be looking for a bigger move down, but as of right now, we're looking quite bullish. And because we're holding above 450, we're going to be favoring the 460 soon for this to continue to reaccumulate. So that is the most likely possibility. Now, there is this gap down here to fill, so even if we do come back down to fill this gap, even if we do kind of like rally a bit, see one more like pullback move, that's going to likely be another buying opportunity before Tesla gets ready for the big run towards $500 for the end of the year. And overall, it does look a lot more bullish with this current setup. So we're going to see how well Tesla holds above 450. If we lose 450, we could retest 446. But as long as we're above 450, we're going to be favoring 454, then eventually 460 as our targets. On SPY, we're also looking more bullish. Now, if we end up losing some key support right here around this 682 area, we could be looking for a bigger move down on SPY. If we break 683.5, we could attempt to go higher. As of right now, we're just choppy. We're kind of trading sideways in this range. There's also a big gap below, so it could go either way. But as long as we're above 682, we are still, once again, holding up nicely. As long as we don't lose that, we're looking pretty good, in my personal opinion, and we're still range bound. So we're just trading sideways for now, and that's all we're essentially doing until we break one of these levels. The QQQ, however, looks a bit more bullish than SPY. Now, if it ends up losing essentially 624, we could be looking for a bigger move down. But as long as we're above 625, we're looking for new all-time highs as we look a bit more bullish, favoring a push for 626.5 than 627. There is a lot of chop right now, but the QQQ and Tech do look a bit more bullish. The Russell pushed to 252 and rejected. We're looking for that gap fill for 248. ES pumped and dipped. It still came very close to our $6,900 price targets. We're going to likely just consolidate in this range right here. So the pre-market high and pre-market low will likely be tested. But NQ looks a bit more bullish, favoring 25,900 plus for some temporary upside. Bitcoin is holding up well. We're going to see if this ends up losing 114,000 or not. Could be tipping towards that, and we'll see if we bounce. But once again, Tesla's holding up better than other stocks out there with this accumulation and with the bullish news that came out. We're looking for two main resistances. We have essentially 454, and also 460 is our targets. We're still looking more bullish as long as we don't lose 450. Nvda looks more bullish. We're looking for 192.5 or above. Aapl is range bound right now. We are stuck between 266 and 264. If we do lose that, there is that gap below, so be a little bit careful with Aapl in case we come down to fill the gap. We're still range bound right now. On AMD, we have resistance at 216, support at 250. Might be dipping towards 250 unless we get some kind of bounce. Coinbase is also consolidating. Look for support at 357. We'll see if we bounce. Amazon has support right here at 226. We're going to see if that holds. If not, we're looking for 224. Meta got a rejection right here. Unless we hold back above this 750 area, we need to hold that to bounce more. If we don't, we could be dipping back down towards 744. On Google, we look more bullish. We're going to be favoring 268 as our resistance. Then Microsoft is also looking more bullish, favoring 535. So we'll just have to see how it goes. But overall, I think we're still holding up quite well. Anyways, the VIX, it's been dipping now. It's trying to bounce a bit, might try to fill this gap, but it's not really affecting the market too much. Sometimes you see moves like this as the VIX is already down so big. So for now, we might be coming back up to fill this gap, but the market remains more bullish. We're still holding up nicely. And Tesla, as long as they're above 450, we're going to be favoring the mid 450s and eventually 460s, our next target. We look more bullish now with an inverse head and shoulders, and we're holding up very nicely after this big news came out. So great news for Tesla as we remain more bullish. With that being said, I thank you all so much for listening. Peace out.